With age comes wisdom, experience, and a whole lot of unexpected changes. Welcome to Dad Brain, where two best friends share their journeys through the ups and downs of their 30s. Get ready for the raw and honest realities of growing older. Here are your hosts, Matt K. and Matt L.
Yeah.
Welcome to Dad Brain,
Yeah,
the podcast where two 30-year-olds discuss how the gray matter changes between your 20s and your midlife crisis.
Dad Brain, the transition from our youthful 20s to thinking like our fathers. Nailed it.
My co-host, who finally got the name of our show right, he is a former educator, entrepreneur, and now he's a digital marketing mastermind. He is a man with a disturbingly encyclopedic knowledge of Norah Jones' discography. He needs all the introduction in the world. Matt L.
Well, it's great to be back here on the pod. That was very kind. That was really nice of you. And this guy sitting next to me, he's a GG. He's a great guy. If I went to a dinner party and I didn't know anybody there, I would hope he sat in the middle of everybody to kind of keep the conversation flowing. It's my co-host, my buddy, my actual brother on a fraternic level, nothing platonic, Matthew K.
Thank you. Glad to be here. So let's get to it.
What are we getting to?
Well, I'm ready for an adventure. Matt L., lead off with a funny story about going on a cruise.
Going on a cruise. I would say my first time with the producer when we went on a cruise, the funniest thing, and it happened immediately. We get on a cruise ship and it's New Year's Eve. The deck is hopping. They're giving out free champagne. And it was at that very moment that I realized that Guy Fieri has a burger restaurant on every single one of the Carnival cruise ships in the Carnival Cruise Line fleet.
Can I let you in on a little secret?
And I'm going to sell you on a cruise.
Can I let you in on a secret, though? That you might not know this about Guy Fieri's restaurants and the cruise ships. The audience, I would hope, knows this, but maybe they don't. I'm going to blow a lot of minds here. He is not on every cruise ship cooking your burgers, Matt. It's somebody else taking you to Flavor Town. You're getting glory holed by those restaurants.
It's Flavor Town by proxy.
One thing that I've been looking forward to is I like to travel in northern Michigan. You like to make fun of me about this.
Northern Michigan?
Yeah.
Where you live?
No, I'm in southern Michigan, the metro area. You know this. You lived here too. I think your adventures are going to be a tad more local probably for a short period of time.
Yeah. It's a conversation that we've had because cruising is such a big part of our lives. So as we were having that conversation, obviously we were just having a casual Saturday night in where we watch videos where other couples review cruises. I'll link some of those in the show notes. But with that being said, we were watching those cruise couples, and we then right there decided that we need to book Maisie's first cruise. So we are going on a cruise the third week of January 2024.
Awesome. Where's the cruise to?
It's all the same, Matt. You got to come up with a better, more insightful question than where'd the boat go?
Tell us where you're putting the boat. Don't leave it out there.
Where'd the boat go?
I shouldn't have to ask. You should be like, yeah, we're booking a cruise to the Bahamas.
we still have like a good mix between the cruises to the other things. I would say a 90-10 split in terms of, the cruises versus everything else. It's just because all the other stuff is such a hassle. Once you get on that boat, nothing is a hassle.
Yeah, I mean, now when I travel, I don't want an itinerary. I don't want people going, we should do this. This sounds terrible. I like going places I've already been, because that's why I like going to the west side of Michigan so much, going to northern Michigan, because there's places I like to go that I can't go every day. And it's easier. Like, I can't just pop off and leave. The last real spontaneous vacation I had was Amanda and I went to Grand Rapids for a night, which was fantastic. The museums there serve beer. There's like 20 different breweries. Halfway through dinner, I came down with the flu. That part sucked. But other than that, it was a great time. And we were there for a night. Didn't have to worry about boarding the dog. The mutt was fine with my roommate. I don't even by himself. I'm not a monster. But you can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
And we're working on expanding our family from 2 dogs to 2 dogs and something else. But you have to plan everything months ahead of time. That's a hassle. It's almost more work to go on vacation than it's worth.
I have to respectfully disagree. And I think it's only just because I've been on so many more cruises than you.
Yeah.
I just understand what it can be. And it doesn't hurt that I live in Florida, right? Because I don't have to get on a plane and then get a rental car and then get to the ship. I just got to drive to it.
Yeah.
It's part of the reason why we moved here. For real.
Yeah, which was kind of out of the blue, but you left me.
Sorry. Walked out of my life. All right, I want to ask you more about Northern Michigan, right? Because when I think of Northern Michigan, my family, they got a place up there. That is such a loose definition of a place.
No, it's actually a great place. It's surprisingly still standing after you tried to burn it down last time we were there. Also, my first time we were there. I'm not going to lie, you're a shitty host. And then you blamed it on me.
I did blame it on you.
But I'll let you tell the story if you want. Maybe find some video and put it in here.
Yeah, put down the super cut of the video, right? It just shows me like pouring the gas on it, walking away. My dad converses with me. Fire. The gas comes up to the actual gas hose, and then I blame it on you, and my dad kicks me. And it all has audio to follow that exact same transcript, right?
He told you about his rant? How much? Talking about $80 for the new bag. Get a little more on the fire here, Yeah, you shit on the toilet. Don't do that. What? No. God damn you! Are you crazy, moron? God damn it! I just told you. Put it down. Shit, you fucking idiot! You fucked up. Hey, give me that. Shut up, man! You fucking crazy. Hey, my bad. What the fuck is the fucking ass? I made a mistake. You made a lot of mistakes. Kill us all, you fucking idiot. Move it away from the fire. You gotta just let it roll, man. Who did that? I think it was Matt Kelly. Fuck that. Matt Kelly. Yeah, Matt Kelly was that fucking moron. Dude, look at this. You're burning the grass.
It's
but
great.
That's what vacation's all about, Matt. It's all about making those memes. You gotta get the memes up.
I make plenty of memories when I'm on vacation.
You making memes? How many memobytes you got?
Plenty of memes. Member berries. I just don't vacation as much as you. back to my question.
Yeah.
You keep dissing the island. For those of you not from Michigan, Mackinac Island. The only island worth talking about. Have you stayed on the island? Have you, gone up that one hill, stayed on, I think it's the northern side? Yeah. Where, interesting story, all those condos there were originally supposed to be a ski resort. And this guy spent, like in the 50s, the equivalent of $1 billion to buy that whole side of the island, build chalets. Turns out that side of the island doesn't get snow ever. So now they are condos. And it's a great place to stay.
Okay. I mean, that sounds dope. Yeah. I mean, I've been to Mackinac Island. We went to Mackinac Island together.
We did.
Thanks for remembering.
I do.
And no, it's cool for like an hour and a half. And then you got to get off. But it's not as simple as just getting off, right? You have to get on another ferry. By the way, for Mackinac Island, everybody, you have to actually take a boat to the island.
Love the ferry ride. And
I would swim to it. If they didn't offer a ferry, I'd break out my kayak.
I also watch the documentary that's on the ferry, which is the history of the ferries in the islands. Every time I'm on there, glued to the screen. Also, driving there, gotta turn to the radio station where it talks about the building of the bridge. Every time. It's my favorite thing. I get us an Airbnb with like 13 of our friends. Never doing that again. So stressful to coordinate that on a lake about 45 minutes away from the island. It's 90 degrees on the lake that we stayed at. This is May. My buddy's got a sweet boat. We're like, we're going to take your boat from the lake we're in through the locks to the Lake Huron to Mackinac Island. Basically, it dropped 30 fucking degrees. So we're in board shorts, sandals, and if you can imagine my alabaster skin in a tank top, you couldn't tell I was wearing a tank top because it was a white tank top. It's just all blended together. All of a sudden, it's 60, 59 degrees maybe, raining while we're headed to the island in a open boat. Worst trip I've had to the island.
This is poor planning and execution. This is what this sounds like.
But this episode's about adventure. That was a fucking adventure.
It sounds like an adventure, but why do they make you go through so many obstacles to get to such a shitty destination? All right, so Matt Kelly's favorite vacation spot is Mackinac Island.
Well,
It's the tops.
my second favorite is like Miami, but
Have you been to Miami before?
yeah. I took a shit at the Soho House.
Oh, so that's going to a place where you just take a shit there.
Yeah. So we
that-
went there for our honeymoon. We've been there like every year since. We usually stay, our friends have a condo in Deerfield, so we stay there. It's like 45 minutes from Miami. Great place, so much fun. Get shwasted. Do some deep sea fishing.
That was in Miami?
It was actually Pompano.
Okay.
But we also, we went to the Fountain Blue in Miami and almost got deported for being too poor to be there. We wanted to go to the pool bar and they're like, no, Steve Aoki's having this like thing. And we're like, oh, how much is it? We got like $50 between us. They're like, we got some legals over here.
Wait, Steve Aoki was there and they didn't let you in?
Yeah, the guy that wears the mouse thing, right?
No, that would be Dead Mouse.
I don't fucking know, dude. All I know is it was a big deal and they thought we were morons.
Steve Aoki is actually, I think my brother's making pierogi right now. Steve Aoki is the guy who actually does an EDM set and throws a full sheet cake at people in the crowd while he's DJing.
Oh, so it's a show and dessert.
Right. It's one of the things that he requests on his rider is to always have a full birthday cake. And I remember when COVID was coming to an end, Steve Aoki, to celebrate the end of COVID, he put a slow motion like video of a chicken hit in the face by a cake. And he like said, like, we're coming back live. And everyone lost their shit.
He's the son of the hibachi guy, right?
Benihana. Yeah.
Rocky Aoki.
Rocky Aoki.
I know him from Wolf of Wall Street.
The god of yum yum sauce.
What's your favorite vacation memory that we've shared together?
That we've shared together. I would say I really enjoyed when we went to the Shanty Creek in northern Michigan, right? And I made everybody else do physical activity because I had to run a half marathon that weekend for Memorial Day.
Oh, when we stayed on the golf course,
Yes.
which neither of us golf,
No.
you made me run a 5K,
Yeah.
you son of a bitch.
You're still recovering.
That was when I was really into Juuls. You know, the little electronic
Yeah.
smoking device.
I'm familiar.
You motherfucker.
Yeah, I think our special guest has a jewel on him right now.
I have a funny story about that. I remember taking you to one of my favorite places in Traverse City that trip, and you shit all over it.
Wait, refresh me. What was your favorite place?
Well, it's not my favorite place anymore. It was just a restaurant I liked.
What was it called?
I'm trying to remember.
You son of a bitch. Don't play coy with me.
Well, I haven't been since you shit on it. I was like, maybe it's not that great of a
Was
place
it the
anymore.
brewery restaurant?
No, you love Petoskey Brewery. You ate like 3 meals.
I was hungry, okay. I don't remember what you're saying in regards to that, but
Obviously, it was a moment of my life where I liked the place, and now I don't even remember it.
you know what? I take back what my favorite vacation moment was. I got it. And it's going to be sentimental as fuck, and I don't care. Okay? Because that's what the pod's for. It's to be vulnerable. It's to be real. It's to be at one with Dad Brain. We get a cottage at this place that my family used to get a cottage at in Mayo, Michigan, which is in between Rose City and Gaylord. And we were there with our then girlfriends at the time, and we were just having just a vacation. Like the main point of it was that we were going to do a canoe trip down the river with our girls, right? Like that's going to be an enjoyable activity. But my favorite moment of the
Didn't your wife almost die?
No, my wife saved your wife. Marley, yeah, she.
Yeah,
always,
you're right. You're right.
Yeah, Marley almost. Yeah, she saved. Yeah. But my favorite moment of that whole entire trip is that's when you introduced me to that tequila that I always text you about, because I never remember the name of it. Like, dude, if you probably searched your text and you were like, just like type in tequila with my name next to the message, you'll probably get like 60 results.
Blue Nectar.
Blue Nectar tequila. I'll never forget it now. But I'll still text you.
Sitting around the campfire, sipping squeala.
Seriously. Honestly, like I can like go back to that, and that was just like such a cool, tranquil time.
You know, we went to Mackinac Island.
That's when we went to Mackinac Island. That same
We
trip.
listened to the Disney Sirius XM station the whole way there.
Why did we do that?
Well, we brought our wives with us.
The Disney station?
The Disney station. In my defense, I was really into the Moana songs that The Rock like put his voice in a little bit. I mean, who is not in love with that sultry voice?
Did you see Moana in theaters?
No, I don't see anything in theaters. What are you talking about?
Moana in theaters? Can I? If you saw Moana in movie theaters, then you know what real magic is. Okay? Especially on that second viewing where everyone already knew all the songs. The whole entire theater would sing the songs. There hasn't been a moment like that in an extremely long time, and I love that movie.
So, kind of anecdotal to that, any time my wife or I are expecting a thank you from each other and we don't get it, we just go, "You're welcome."
I like that.
You're
That's
gonna do
good
it now. Like
Yeah, that's
next time
really on brand.
you do what you consider an act of service to your
Yeah.
wife, and it'll be so minor that it doesn't deserve a thank you. You're
Yeah.
gonna go, "You're welcome."
Oh, yeah. As long as you hit the right tone of that, it'll really have the impact. I'm going to test that one out. I'll let you know.
Let me know
Actually,
how it goes.
you'll see next podcast. If I have a black eye, then it was failure to launch. Right? Didn't work out. Obviously, my wife and I, we live in Florida, and I think it would be awesome if we planned a Disney trip, right? We are annual pass holders, so the cost would be minimal to us. It would really just fall on you guys. But obviously, you'd have a place to stay, so that takes out that expense. We know all of the good things to do. And
As long as we don't eat at a Disney restaurant. The last time, I'm sorry. I was very, very uninspired.
Oh man, we could do a whole entire podcast just burying that place. We're not going to mention their name.
It was
But
terrible.
every time I walk past that place, it's in Disney Springs. I can at least say that. Every time I walk past that place, I always say uninspired.
That's
Just-
our trademark.
Yeah.
That's our podcast critique. I'm
was
also
one of-
upset we didn't go on the hot air balloon. Like, I feel like we missed out on an adventure right there.
Yeah.
And
the hot
I think,
air balloon. Yeah.
well, I think the restaurant brought us down. I was so let down that I was just like, "Meh, I don't want to do shit now."
Well, I'm really sorry it made you feel that way. But to your counterpoint, we didn't go to actual Disney. We went to the Disney Mall. Okay, so that's not Disney.
Yeah.
Once you get past that threshold of actually going into a park and experiencing it, everything is just the tops. Our last vacation that we went on was a Disney cruise. And it took two of our loves, brought them together, and now I know that my cruise budget, which used to be pretty small, now has to be expanded because of obviously our daughter, but also because of now our expectations have risen, right? No longer do we want French onion soup. We want to have a whole entire small production of Aladdin in front of us. So I know the cruise budget is just going to expand more and more. Hey, baby. You're welcome.
What's in the
welcome.
microwave?
You're welcome. I did it.
You didn't do it at the right moment, though. You
Oh,
didn't
you said
perform. Yeah, but she doesn't. It's a spot where, like, if you open a door for her, or she goes, "Take out the trash,"
Yeah.
and instead of going, "I did that 7 years ago and now I'm married," you say, "You're welcome."
You're welcome. And you're welcome for convincing you of these great travel ideas. I hope you really marinate on them, right? Or else what's going to happen is you're gonna find yourself in a kayak in the middle of Lake Michigan, looking at a couple pictured rocks and going, "How did I get here?"
Is that so bad? You moving to Florida has opened up an opportunity for me. I would like to visit for Tigers spring training.
Yeah.
Not that
You
I'm a
can get
huge
down
baseball fan, but I feel like that's a thing like Michiganders aspire to, is to be like, I went to Florida for Tiger spring training.
Yeah, no. And literally, Matt, the ballpark is just a stone's throw away from where I live. Like, literally 5-minute walk.
Have you been yet?
It's not a 5-minute walk.
It's a 10-minute walk. The producer said it's like a 10, 15-minute.
10-minute drive.
It's a 10-minute drive.
Marley, you have to say you're welcome for correcting him.
She can't hear you. She's in the AirPods. But yeah, no, it would be awesome if you were able to do that. Obviously, I know you're a busy dude. But I really enjoyed hearing some of your travel stories. Thank you for tolerating some of mine. And thank you to everybody for tuning in to another episode of Dad Brain. This has been your co-host, Matthew K.
If you are more excited about the hotel shitter than you are the view, make sure to like and subscribe. If you've ever booked a vacation, a cruise, a hotel, because this looks like a great place to get nasty, go ahead and follow us on the gram.
Follow us.
Matt L., what should our TikTok followers do?
They should hit the heart button on the TikToks. Hit
I
the
would say they
buttons and
should
leave a
say,
comment.
you're welcome for the follow.
You're welcome. Wow, full circle moment. Buddy, this has been fun. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
To the next great adventure. See you guys.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Dad Brain. New episodes come out every Sunday. Don't miss any. Subscribe today wherever you listen to podcasts. While you are there, help spread the word about Dad Brain by leaving a rating and review. Can't get enough Dad Brain? Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Dad Brain Pod.